Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Season 14 6HL Owner Reveal. Very glad to have each and every one of you with me. As I said, it's the Owner Reveal. We're going to find out what teams are going to be playing in the 6HL this season. We're going to find out who's going to be running them. And then shortly after all this is done, I get to reach out to every single one of them to see if they're willing to sit down and do an interview with me. JT, I'm looking at you, buddy. I'm looking at you. Anyway, everyone, welcome. I, as always, am your host, TJchalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters right here in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, and I'm glad to have all of you joining me. And with me tonight, I'm sure you saw it in the intro, it is a long-time great Mr. Hollywood. How you doing, Hollywood?
TJ, I am pumped up, baby. You know, ever since the Tampa Bay Lightning won the Season 13 championship, taking down, all the teams last season, tremendous run in the playoffs, and winning it on there. Ever since that, on the Discord, people been asking, people been requesting, they've been saying, who will the owners be for Season 14? What are the teams for Season 14? On the Discord, day in, day out on there. Well, tonight, the anticipation's over. The wait is over. We've got answers. We're going to reveal everything right here tonight. Hey, I might take this jacket off. I may even take the mask off here. I'm going to reveal it all here tonight, man.
Let's go. Little bit revealing. Ooh. I wouldn't suggest taking off anything lower than the mask. I don't know. Don't want to get demonetized.
Hey, that's why we're live. We're uncensored, baby. Who knows what will happen? But I'll tell you one thing we're guaranteed here. The owner list. We got it, JT, me and you. We've got the list here, and we're going to announce it here for Season 14. I know you guys are pumped up. I'm pumped up. TJ's pumped up for this, man. Season 14 right around the corner, and we're going to know who's going to run these teams, TJ. Yeah. Who's going to try to take the team into that championship series and become the Season 14 champions. It's going to be one of these owners tonight on here. We've got the list. We've got the teams here. You ain't got to wait any further. No. Right here live on the Twitch channel coming to you guys.
Yes, and before we do get to the list, want to again mention that, really quickly, Season 14 signups are open. So make sure that if you haven't already joined our Discord today, you can find the Discord link. It's always open in the description of this channel. As well, there's one right there that you can see on your screen right now. Game nights for this season have changed. We're rocking Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m., 9:40 p.m., 10:20 p.m. Eastern. And as always, you can catch every time we stream right here on Twitch on the official 6HL channel. Looking forward to having all of you come along. Looking forward to having you all sign up. Let's go.
TJ, I love the changes, brother. I love Season 14 on here, the changes that have been made. Hey, listen, I know it's the summer season. I know you guys want to be out there. I know you guys want to be on the pool side. You've got Friday, you've got Saturday, you got the weekend to do that, Monday through Thursday. And listen, we all know this game sucks, man. We all know this game, you get pissed off, you call it garbage. But if you're going to play this game, man, if you're going to pop this game into your Xbox and actually play the game, you're going to do it for 6HL, man. People play here in this league, 6v6 hockey, and it gives you a reason to play this game, man. So if you ain't signed up right now, man, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Season 14 right around the corner, TJ.
Yes, right around the corner. It seems like just yesterday, there we were, watching the playoffs, round one. Absolutely amazing. Myself and Busta or my guest right here on the official 6HL 1 over on the official 6HL 2. It was you and Harry. As we covered, we covered the East over here. You guys were covering the West over there. We merged it all together by the time we got to the final round. And what a series. Again, right? Going back, we were talking about it at the awards show, but again, what a series between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the St. Louis Blues. Again, congratulations to your Season 13 Stanley Cup champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And the question is, will Tampa Bay return this season?
right? That is a question a lot of people are asking. Do they want to repeat? Do they want to try it again this time around? Will the owner be back? Which owners will be back on here for season 14? Well, TJ, we're going to find out here shortly.
Exactly.
You know, you talked about that championship series. What about the entire freaking playoff for season 13? God. How tremendous was that? You know, when you talk about playoffs, there's nothing better than NHL playoffs. Whether we're talking about real NHL on here, we're talking about video game wise, NHL playoffs, best of 7 series, man. Not this NFL one game you move on, all these buys and to get to the next rounds. No, man, none of that, man. You're getting, you know, best of 7 NHL. In your face, man. Hockey, 6v6, how it's meant to be played, man. Chell hockey here. And listen, season 14, you know, you guys thought season 13 media coverage, probably one of the best, if not the best in the world. Well, season 14, we got a lot of ideas. We got a lot of changes on here. It's not just the season. You know, we're going to bring you that coverage once again, and we're going to add stuff to it.
Exactly. We're really looking forward to getting season 14 underway. Actually, really quickly, I was going to do it after the show, but you know what? I'm going to hit you with it one more time here before we get into the show. So just want to remind you, tonight is the owner reveal. It is May the 23rd. We're doing the owner reveal tonight. Next week, 1 week from tonight, on the 30th of May, will be the draft lottery night. How are we going to be doing it? I don't know. Will we get a bingo ball machine? Will we do the Wheel of Misfortune again? Ooh, I hope so. And then as we move to June 4th, Sunday, June 4th, it is draft night in the 6HL. Again, make sure that you are signed up to be draft eligible. Make sure you're not a TC. Get into play. Right, Hollywood?
That's damn right, man. Damn right. I mean, look at those dates right there, man. I mean, there's no time to waste. Owner reveal tonight. After tonight, a week from tonight, we're going to find out who's drafting where. Hey, maybe we'll get Ratty on here. Uses laundry, man. There will pop some marbles in there and have him, you know, pick out the numbers from there or something, man. Who knows? We'll find a way. We're going to get it to you guys here live either way. And then the draft, man. So there's only a couple days here, you know, and time is flying, man. Time is going on here. You know, I know some guys want to see the owners. Well, you're going to see that here tonight. And after tonight, man, hop into that Discord. Get your sign up in, because you do not want to miss season 14 on here. 6HL. We'll be coming to you guys. I mean, we're coming full force here this season here. We've got a good media team on here. That's been built, that's been improved, and you're gonna get it all, man. I mean, you know, I mean, the community itself, man. When you hop in the Discord in the 6HL, man, nothing tops 6HL hockey. And, you know, there's a reason the movement's happening, man. There's a reason, you know, people noticing what's going on here, man. We've seen a great season 13, and we hope to duplicate that, if not even improve here for season 14. TJ, man, I'm fired up. I know the guys in the chat there waiting, man. They're anticipating, man. I don't know if they could wait any longer on here. It's been posted on Discord. They've been asking. I've had DMs on here. I've had posts. People have emailed me. I don't know how they got my email. They've been emailing me on here. I'm like, hey, give us a hint, man. Who's the team? Give me one owner on here. Well, we got them all here. We've got the full list of all the owners for season 14.
Well, I was trying to make them sweat. A little bit, but I think you're right. I think it's time we get to the presentation. Oh, look at that. Chowing on a slice of pizza. Trying to give Harry some competition. We watched him do that not too long ago.
Hey, listen. I got my pizza. I got my drink over here. Because I don't know how long you're going to have me tied up here tonight, man. I'm riled up. We've got a whole big list here to go over. So I'm ready. I'm ready to pull the all-nighter here if needed.
Let's go. I'm glad to hear it. I don't know if I want to go all the way overnight. I got work in the morning, but yes, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for the owner reveal for season 14. As you can see here, the teams have been selected. Your Eastern Conference teams in the Metropolitan Division, the Philadelphia Flyers, Columbus Blue Jackets, New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils, and Pittsburgh Penguins. Over in the Atlantic, it'll be the Buffalo Sabres, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Florida Panthers, who in real NHL are actually tearing it. Those guys they're a wagon, man. I cannot believe how well Florida is playing right now.
Listen, there was this great, what are those memes or whatever they posted on there? You know, when they took down Boston, it said something like, watch Florida take down the top team in the East. And then when they took down Toronto, they're like, watch them do it again. You know, well, you might as well say that again here now against Carolina. It's crazy. It's wild. I mean, Florida Panthers. So I'm not surprised somebody jumping on here with Florida. I love to see it, man. I love the underdog story. And we'll announce the owner for that very shortly, man. And you got a lot of guys may be surprised when they hear him.
Yeah, exactly. And White Mamba in the chat saying, if he's not an owner, he's hitting you with a steel chair, Rey Mysterio. Oh, boy. I don't know. We may have to pull out a ladder, get you two in the ring. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty, over in the Western Conference, Central Division will be the Nashville Predators, Chicago Blackhawks, and the Dallas Stars. Somebody took Dallas. Let's go. And in the Pacific, it's the Edmonton Oilers, the San Jose Sharks, Los Angeles Kings, the Vegas Golden Knights, and somebody dared to take the Seattle Kraken. Who will it be?
Wow, did you just say Seattle?
Seattle, man.
Oh my God! Last time I seen Seattle, I think it was Jake from State Farm. Man, things did not look well at all. And so, man, I'm very interested to see who's taking Seattle. They got a lot of balls, man. I gotta tell you that.
Exactly. But sometimes a change of scenery is nice, and we'll get to see some hockey in Seattle this season. All right, and without further ado, let's move it along. The first team, the first owner for season number 14 for the Buffalo Sabres, it's JT. Like that was a surprise. JT is a returning owner and a longtime member of the 6HL. He was the owner of the Buffalo Sabres last season and had a successful season. Finishing second in the East and making it to the conference finals before coming up just short to the reigning Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. JT is known widely as a team-first manager and always puts together a competitive team, and I'm sure that this season will be no different. Through 35 games last season, JT put up 4 goals and 22 assists for 26 points in 25 games. He had a plus 25, but also 87 hits, 88 takeaways, and 156 interceptions. While coming close a number of times, JT has not yet won a 6HL championship, and many have to wonder if this can be the season.
Yeah. Listen, no surprise here, TJ, man. JT coming again here for another round here, another try. And, right now, you look at last season, and you said it yourself as well, that series between Buffalo and Tampa, whoever came out on top of that was winning the championship. That's how close this team was, man. Yeah. And if you ask me personally, TJ, I would say that was Tampa Bay's toughest opponent in the playoffs was the Sabres, man. Buffalo could have easily taken that series, man. That's how close it came down to it. And JT, man, this guy's been around, man. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but I was actually corrected in the chat. Guys, I didn't know. So wait, what season did JT win a championship? 2 seasons ago. So that's what, season 11?
Oh, so he's calling you out on that. Okay.
Oh, he won. Okay, my bad. Guys, I apologize. Maybe
you got mistaken by TJ, not JT, man. You reversed the two letterings. It's very close to you, but we know TJ hasn't won anything here yet, but JT has, man. And look, JT is a guy, listen, the championship, nothing less. I don't see anything less here. For JT, if he doesn't make it to the championship series, I think it's a losing season for him, man. That's how good this guy is, and he's not looking for anything less than that, man.
Oh, JT's coming at me in the chat saying shame on me. I'm never going to get that interview with JT now. Look at what I just did to myself.
Yeah, there you go, man. You screwed it up here.
I'm never going to get that interview with JT.
You wanted to get JT Ah, man.
Damn.
Way to go.
Damn. Damn. All right, moving on to the next team. You taking this one,
But
brother?
you like Tampa, man. You don't got to go hard on JT, man.
Dude, I'm not trying to go hard on man. Oh, man. JT has declared war with the media team. Yeah, I guess so, eh? I don't blame him. Screw these guys. All right, moving on to the next one. I know you got this. Up next,
That's why, TJ, man, we gotta be careful what we say here, man. They come at you hard, man.
Yes.
You know, one slip up on here. But next team, Detroit Red Wings, and I love that to see Detroit back on here this season. But it's being led by, how do you pronounce this? Sides.
It's Sides.
Sides. Okay. That's what I was going to go with first. But, you know, and for Sides, last season wasn't all too great, TJ, man. You know, he was, part of that Washington squad.
Yeah, he's
didn't make the
Washington.
playoffs. You know, he was in that tough Eastern Conference. You got to give him that on here. But now he's going with Detroit. And from the grapevines, from what I'm hearing, TJ, is that that might be his best team, man. Yeah. That's his team, the Detroit Red Wings. Yeah, so is he going to come in hard? You know, when guys play for, I know, you know, if you play for your team, man, that you really like, you might even put that 110% in. Is this guy going to do it? Well, what else can you tell me about this Sides guy, man?
Well, so previously owning, he, like I said, he owned the Capitals last season. He also owned the Edmonton Oilers in season 11. I was actually part of that season 11 Edmonton Oilers team for a short time. But no, you know, Sides is the guy that definitely brings the kind of leadership you want into the Eastern Conference. I think this team is going to be interesting to watch at the draft alongside his management team, because I'm pretty sure the same management team will be returning with him. But you know, again, I'm sure they're going to be looking to let last season go and return to the playoffs this season, right? They just missed the playoffs here in season 13. And yeah, they're not only going to be looking to make the playoffs, but win a first round series. I think is it has got to be top of mind for these guys.
Well, listen, TJ, I mean, look, he tried with Washington 2 seasons in a row, season 12, season 13. Things, you know, unfortunately did not play out the way he wanted it to see. So sometimes that change, changing that scenery on here, man. Going to Detroit now, man. Whole new thing. It's a whole new team here, you know. And sometimes you need that change. Sometimes you need that on there. And I think it's just going to bring more motivation to this guy. I mean, he's a guy that's been around here last couple of seasons. Season 14. Let's see what he could do with Detroit, because Detroit squad was a tough team last season. Yep. So we'll see if he could bring that same type of energy to Detroit this season.
Oh, 100%. And like as it was mentioned, Captain Matt in the chat, you know, that Sides is a great guy, GM on his LG team. And yeah, he's a great guy to play for. You know, again, great leadership. Strong structured teams that he generally builds. I think last season was a little bit of an offset to what he normally does, but I'm definitely going to be looking forward to watching these guys. Moving on, our next team.
Well, TJ, man, look at the teams he faced last season, man. Yeah, that Eastern Conference, so it wasn't easy, man.
Yes, that Eastern Conference team was a wagon, and here we go, Mamba. Mamba is going to be the owner of the Florida Panthers for season 14. Here we go. White Mamba's been a member of the 6HL since season number 10 and will be a first-time owner. This is a great guy and a great hockey mind and a talented goalie who one would assume will be looking to build his team from the back end out. In 10 games last season with Boston and Vegas, this guy posted a respectable 3.54 goals against average with a .752 save percentage. In season 12, Mamba was traded 3 times before landing with the Dallas Stars and helping them on their playoff run. In 6 games, he went 4-2 with a 3.83 goals against average and a .765 save percentage. For me, I really think I'm looking forward to seeing the type of management team that Mamba puts together, as well as, again, what they do at the draft. I think, you know, he's the kind of guy, and I think the kind of team that you're going to see built instead of like going after those, you know, high firepower. I think it's going to be built from the back up, right? You know, you already have that great starting goaltender with himself there, but I think you'll see, you know, some defensive picks in those early rounds from these guys.
And you bring a good point, man, because myself, as a goaltender as well, when you come into a draft, man, and your goalie with those type of stats that you read off on there, I feel it's an advantage, man. I feel it's an advantage coming, especially the rounds where, teams now are picking that goalie. There comes a round where everybody hops in, they see a goalie being picked. Oh, let me draft a goalie. And that round, you could really snatch somebody, man, because you already got that position locked down.
Yeah.
If you're White Mamba on there. And I like this move, man. We talked about Florida being on here. I love that he selected the Florida Panthers. Yeah. That's great. And you mentioned about season 12, how this guy was moved around like a dirty... Oh, I probably can't say that, but no, you know what I mean, man. So how else you gonna prevent that? Yeah. You own the freaking team, man.
Yeah.
He ain't got to worry about that, man. He's not going anywhere. He's staying in Florida on there, and best of luck to the guy.
Yeah, and him, I only bring up the, him being moved around in season, in season 12 just because of the end result, right? The end result was. I can't remember what the other two teams were, but anyway, he was traded. He was drafted by New York. I can't remember the second team that he went to, but then he was traded to Dallas, and it ended up working out for him, right? Because by going to Dallas, he ended up getting to go on that playoff run where he ended up playing the 6 games and was definitely a bright spot to that Dallas team that did come up a little bit short in the second round.
He mentions in the chat there, no steel chair to the head here against me, so I love it, man.
Absolutely, nobody wants to see a steel chair hit in Hollywood. No. Right on. Yeah, no, this is another great pick and a great addition to the Eastern Conference.
Absolutely.
Moving on, why don't you announce this one?
Oh man, Columbus Blue Jackets here, baby. They're back, season 14. And what better guy to run the crew here? The owner, Iggy, baby. I don't know much about this guy, man, but I know the name Iggy, man. If you're going to carry that type of name here, bring it to the 6HL. You got to impress. I've heard he's new, man. I've heard. Yeah. I haven't heard much about him on here, TJ. I don't know what stuff you have on him, what you uncovered through this guy, but I haven't seen this guy. Maybe unless it was a gamer tag change, because I know a lot of these guys change names around. Maybe guys in the chat could let us know as well. But Iggy 12, man. Hey, listen, I know Calgary Flames. Iggy was a tremendous real hockey. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I'm hearing it's a new member, man. Is that true?
Yeah, so Iggy is a new member to the 6HL. Good to see him coming to the ownership group, and he does bring an awful lot of experience, as he does own in other leagues as well. In reaching out today, trying to find out what I could about him. There were a number of staff members who had nothing but positive things to say. So as a new member of the 6HL, Iggy will be more new blood to the 6HL ownership for season 14. Looking up his EASHL stats, and this one is very important. This guy has fantastic numbers. Just the one that really stood out to me was like a plus. He's a plus 133, I think it is, which suggests this guy knows how to pick the people that he's playing with. Which then goes to tell you that he knows what he's going to be looking for. He knows the kind of team he wants to build. So the question is, will that eye for talent help him during the draft here in the 6HL? As mentioned before, he also brings ownership experience and a track record of success in other leagues. Iggy will be looking to make a name for himself here in the 6HL as he takes the reins of these Columbus Blue Jackets here in season number 14. The only question now is, what is his management team going to look like as scouting camps open up? I as I mentioned before, like in talking with a lot of league staff members, people are expecting truly great things from this guy.
Here's the thing, though, man, TJ. A lot of guys come in with a great resume, ownerships and other leagues. Here's the thing, though, man. You do not treat, when you come to the 6HL, man, this ain't your ordinary banana league, man. This ain't yours, where you come in, you draft a bunch of guys that your friends on there, and expect to win it all, man. We saw the playoffs last season, man, what it took, for a team like Tampa to overcome that, man. What depth does to a team, it's great drafting people, on there, but you also got to know that draft pool, man. Because if you're coming in with a mindset like that, just to draft the people that it's going to be a long season. It's proven in the past as well.
Yeah.
This is a very competitive league, man.
Yeah.
Where and a lot of guys know everybody, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they know the talent around on there. But I'm interested to see. Listen, man. Ownership, a lot of guys come in on here, with a good resume like this guy on there, but it's how well they perform. We'll see, you know what I mean? Some guys just freaking flat out come the draft time. They flat out just, I don't know, get nervous, fall apart on there, scrambled. Can this guy overcome all of that, man? And come in here against so far, the list that we've gone through so far, a lot of veteran captains, a lot of guys in this league. We'll see what Iggy proves. But those stats that you mentioned, man, definitely can't oversee that. So that's a good start on there. We'll see. If but listen, it's not always the best talented player to own, because ownership. There's a lot of stuff involved in ownership, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The work put in that, the micromanaging of everything around you. You know what I mean? Some guys may be the best guys on the ice, man. You could have a guy like Obi-Wan's on there, man. But if you do not put the work in, if you do not have that management, make the right moves when moves are needed to be made.
Couldn't agree more.
So we'll see. We'll see what pans out here. Iggy, best of luck, man. And I'm interested to see this guy's talent here in the 6HL. You always love to see that new blood, man.
Oh, exactly. And that's what I mean. Like it's not just the numbers, when asking around, when taking a look around, finding out that, there was ownership in other leagues. There's a track record there, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does his first season here in the 6HL. I personally can't wait on this one. And I want to touch on one point, something that you brought up, about guys coming in wanting to play with their boys and blah 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 blah. I get that, and I don't think it gets said enough. Guys, there are two types of leagues out there, right? You have BYOT leagues and you have draft leagues. And if all you want to do is play with your buddies, don't join a draft league. Like it's that simple, right? Like, because chances are you're going to get picked up by somebody else, and then anyway, like it's a draft league, and because of the draft, it allows it to be competitive, and that's exactly what we want. We want to see competitive hockey, good hockey, great ownership group. This season as we're moving on here. Let's have a great season, guys. Let's have a great season. And once again, signups are open. Make sure you sign up if you haven't already. As we move on to the next team here. Oh, hold on. I got to interact with this. And here we go. The next team is the New Jersey Devils.
Oh, yeah.
From Crawford. So here we go. Yet another new member of the 6HL. Crawford will be a new owner for season 14, for the season 14 New Jersey Devils. But I started writing this and found out that no, he's not a totally new member. Many actually may remember this guy as Hawks fan, who was a former staff member and a player from several seasons ago. While this will be his first time owning in the 6HL, he has been a GM and has a proven track record of success. We should expect a well-built team from this goalie with a proven track record. Again, his EASHL competition stats as well as stats from other leagues, guys. This will definitely be a team to watch and to see what the management team looks like as they head into the draft and training camps open.
Yeah, and he's not getting by us here, TJ, man. It's not a new guy on here. No. We all know Hawks fan. We all know what he's capable of on here. So trying ownership here for the New Jersey Devils. I like it. I like it on here. We'll see what Crawford brings to the table. There's been a lot of great players with that gamer tag, Crawford. Yeah. So you kind of get mixed, confused on there, but can't get confused here with this guy. Hawks fan, Crawford, call him what you want here. Yeah. Trying to lead this New Jersey Devils team, who were tremendous last season. I mean, that Devils team was just, they brought it, man. They had that freaking, electricity to that team each night, every night coming in. That Eastern Conference matchup with the Rangers was
that was crazy.
Great to watch, man.
That was fun hockey.
Tremendous. We'll see what Crawford could do here, man. And once again, you mentioned, if he does play goalie on here, he does have that, if you call it advantage on there. But best of luck to him, man. Great to see Crawford back in the league here.
Yeah, exactly. And it's actually funny that you bring up that New Jersey-New York series, because I don't want. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. You know what? It's too bad we never got to see the Game 7 in that series. That the Devils couldn't have taken it to Game 7, because then we would have gotten to see a Tony in net for the New Jersey Devils. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
John Payne knows in the chat. Crawford is an OG. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
man.
Crawford is an OG. And when I finally realized who he actually was, I felt kind of stupid. Once I actually knew. Oh, wait a minute. It's Hawks fan. So here we go. Now moving on to the next one. You already know who it is. Ladies and gentlemen, for the New York Rangers, it's Frisch Mania.
TJ, they might as well just rename the New York Rangers and call them Frisch Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frisch Mania Rangers.
This guy eats, sleeps on here, freaking breeds the New York Rangers, And, he was on the Rangers squad last season, but now you're going to see Frisch Mania as the owner, as the owner of this squad. And I see a lot of good things here. Frisch Mania, he's a guy that's been around, man. He's a guy here that knows everybody. And a very smart, intelligent player, man. Maybe he may not have thumbs like freaking King Patmos or something, you know what I mean? But he's got that grind to him, man, where, where he's dangerous on there. And he's always got a game plan, whether it's on the ice or whether it comes to the draft itself, man. This guy's going to come with a game plan on here. And sometimes that smartness, man, which Frisch Mania has, could get him that cup, man, this season.
Yeah, and to that Obi-Wan's is going to be there too. So it's definitely going to be an interesting season. Definitely going to be an interesting season in New York land. Yes, returning once again at the helm of the New York Rangers for season number 14. It's a longtime member and 6HL League sweetheart. It is Frisch Mania. This guy isn't just funny in the league chat. He's a natural leader with the ability to build great teams. Alongside his longtime GM and media member, Obi-Wan's, Frisch will be looking to cement himself in what will surely be a competitive Eastern Conference. In his Season 13 campaign, Frisch posted 28 goals and 43 assists for 71 points in 31 games. Frisch will be looking to make a return to the playoffs here in Season 14 in attempts to try and put that second round sting of losing in the second round behind them. And this is a team that can definitely do it. Congratulations, Frisch. Happy to see you back, man. Happy to see you back with the Rangers, baby.
Just mentioned in the chat there by Red Wings, call them the New York Frischers.
The New York Frischers, yeah. The Frisch Mania Rangers.
Hey, we already got an award named by him, man.
Yeah,
Why not name a team after him?
Yeah, we got the Frischie. Our first award. We'll have a new one of those at the end of this season when it comes to the awards show. Guys are complaining, oh, it's too late, we got to move a little faster. Fine, moving on to the next one. Again, congratulations, Frisch Mania. But another returning gentleman to the ownership group for the Philadelphia Flyers, it's Blackened Warcage. Really quickly, another longtime member and returning owner, Blackened, will once again take the helm of the Philadelphia Flyers here in Season 14. During the Season 13 interviews, Blackened Warcage stated to me that there was only one goal, and that was to make it out of the first round of the playoffs. His Flyers did just that, and in the second round, they ended up taking Buffalo to the limit, falling just short of a conference finals appearance in Game 7, but they were in that series, and I thought they had it. I really, really thought they had it. Getting off to a slow start last season through trades in the RA draft, the Philadelphia Flyers found their way and became a wagon in the Eastern Conference. Blacken will clearly be looking to replicate, if not beat, his success from last season. The draft will be extremely important for him and his management team. I look forward to seeing what this team does here in season 14, man. Again, I think a faster start is going to be hugely important to Blacken. You're cool, and whoever else is on that management team. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Flyers bring.
I'm excited about this one, TJ, man. Listen, if anybody's going to own the Philadelphia Flyers, it's going to be this man. Nobody else here, man. Blacken had a tremendous run. Not only did they win the first round in that playoffs, they swept in that first round. And then, you talk about that Buffalo team, man. I mean, this thing, they bounced back in that series. They forced a Game 7. That series could have went either way, and had it went the other way, hey, maybe we would have seen the Flyers in that championship series. Who knows? Hey, I'm saying maybe, but I love it here. Bringing it back for the Flyers. There's no man better to run this squad than Blackend, and I'm excited. I'm excited that he's giving another run here.
Yeah, great leader, great guy. A lot of fun to talk to. Great guy to play with. And I got my Flyers cap on. I'm all in. All in, Flyers. Let's go. Let's go. He's actually, he's from John Payne saying in the chat that Blacken is a huge Flyers fan. I know when I did the interview with him, that's we talked about that quite a bit. I know he's from the Philadelphia area. This is, again, another one of those things where you're getting to own your favorite team, and sometimes it puts that extra little bit of drive into it. So again, congratulations to Black and Warcage, your season 14 owner of the Philadelphia Flyers. Looking forward.
He's going all in, man. No questions asked. A guy like that for the Flyers. And listen, there were some great teams in that Eastern Conference. People talked about Tampa. They talked about Buffalo on here. But what this man did with Philadelphia to put those guys, to match up against either of those teams, was great to see. And, best of luck to him this season.
Exactly. Moving on, it is the Pittsburgh Penguins and Chill World. Now, here's the thing. Before I say anything else about this pick, I got to get this out of the way. Chill, I know you're here in the chat. And let me know in the chat. What is your problem with vowels? So I'm sitting there on the EASHL site. I'm sitting there going through Sports Gamer trying to figure out who the hell is this guy? Chill World. I know I've seen his name before. Yeah, well, apparently that isn't actually an I. It's another L. So he doesn't have an I. He doesn't have an O. He's got a problem with vowels. What's your problem with vowels?
Maybe his keyboard's broken, man. Maybe he doesn't have no vowels.
Maybe.
Or he's on one of those Wheel of Fortune shows, man, where he can't buy a vowel, man. He's got,
He ain't got enough money to buy a vowel. Oh, no.
Hey, well, it doesn't matter, man. I mean, listen, Chill rolled on here.
Yeah.
What I've heard, stud in net, man, tremendous goaltender, another goalie, man, owner here. I love to see it here. And listen, I know a lot of gamer tags. I don't know if this man is who I'm thinking he is on there, because there's been a lot of different roles that have come in and gone out on this, but. We'll see. I mean, for Pittsburgh, for the Penguins, Chill Road, no vowels, no goals. I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see.
Yes. Well, a member since Season 8, Chill World will be a first-time owner in the 6AHL. He does, however, have experience in management. He was the assistant manager of the Ottawa Senators here in the 6AHL back in season number 9. Chill found himself with a Colorado team that went through a number of changes throughout last season. I think the expectation early on was that Colorado was going to be one of the wagon teams in the Western Conference. Chill was really a bright spot in an otherwise mediocre season for the Colorado Avalanche last season going 10-6-4 through 20 games last season. Chill posted a more than respectable 3.5 goals against average with a .790 save percentage. Chill will be put to the test in a tough Eastern Conference, and it'll be interesting to see what the management team that this guy puts together and what they're able to accomplish at the draft. Because obviously this is another guy who knows the league.
Morsh in the chat. Yeah, I is a vowel, but he's not using I. It's all 3 L's and chill on there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Hopefully those L's are not losses, TJ, man, or he's in trouble.
No, hopefully
too many L's, man. I see too many L's here.
Hopefully not. Now, we all know what team is next, and I know he's watching. I know the next owner is watching. So just to make him wait that little tiny bit longer, guys, I just want to remind you one more time that the season 14 signups are now open. You can join our Discord today, discord.gg, and that whole little number there, or you can find a link in the description of this channel. Again, just a reminder that game nights are changing. We're going Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m., 9:40 p.m., 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can always watch all of our streams right here on Twitch. Game night on Twitch TV, the official 6HL as well. We will be using the official 6HL2 for multi-game streams this season, so you'll be able to watch basically whatever you want to watch. TJ being toxic. I'm never being toxic. Come on, man.
So toxic.
I'm not talking. Look, I came back to just the two of us because I want to make him wait that much longer. Mm-hmm. I want to make him wait that much longer. Busta, you here? Busta Dimes, are you around? Are you watching? Have you? I don't know if he's here.
That takes care of the Eastern Conference, right? We're hopping into the West now. All the Western Conference teams.
That is it for the Eastern Conference teams. We're about to move on to the West. I didn't know if Busta was here. Let's see what he says. Busta Dimes Gaming is here. Oh, maybe he just can't chat right now. I know he was on it. He might actually be on his way home from work. Hopefully he's watching. Hopefully he's listening. Yes, everybody. He talked about it in almost every single stream. Your season 14 owner of the Chicago Blackhawks, it's Busta Dimes.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm waiting to see the Chicago Blackhawks jersey on the stream by Busta Dimes. Chicago Blackhawks, here we come, man.
Yes, 100% the Chicago Blackhawks going to Busta Dimes as he predicted all the way. You know what, let me get right into the spiel. What else can you say about this guy that he hasn't already said about himself? Joining the 6HL just last season, Busta will take the helm of his favorite and hometown team, the Chicago Blackhawks, here in season 14. Now, you know what's funny is that he's got no 6HL stats. They busted.
You know what? I was looking, man. Yeah. TJ, I'm on the Sports Gamer here website. Where is he, man? Is it a different name or what?
No, man. He's just a glorified TC. Nice stats, no stats. What's up, buddy? Yeah, no, he's this media member is a great hockey mind and will surely build a competitive team for season number 14. He's bringing ownership and management experience from other leagues. I can attest to that. He's an owner on another team that I play for in another league. And he's bringing all that to the Western Conference here in the 6HL. With the defense-first mentality, I think it's safe to assume that this team is going to be hard to play against on any given night. What will his management team look like when put together, and what will be the draft plan? I do not know, but what I do know is that this team is going to be a lot of fun to watch this season.
Well, I hope it's better than his playoff predictions went, man. But, mention about the stats there. TJ, but I heard he does have LG stats, so those do count, man. He does have that, and but he's a smart man here, and I'll tell you why, man. He's going in that Western Conference. He doesn't want to deal with that Eastern Conference. He knows what's waiting. I wanted to see him win that Eastern. All the shit talk that he talked about during the playoffs, about the East not being all down on there. Yeah. I wish to love to see him there, but he's taking the easy road here, man. He's going that way.
Exactly. Going to the Western Conference, taking the Chicago Blackhawks. You're not getting a Bedard, buddy. You're not getting a Bedard. But we'll see what he does. I'm looking forward to seeing it. You know what my only question is with this guy? Is he going to be able to keep, his bias out of it, remaining a media member and being on stream? right?
Mhm.
Is he going to talk shit about that team that's like 2 points ahead of him when he's on stream one night?
Oh man. Oh, TJ, we may need to get a poll on when is Busted Dimes gonna get his first point in the 6HL, man.
Is it going to be night one, or will he be a TC on his own team? We shall see. No, I'm just busting. Come on, we got a Raz on Busta, guys. Love it. Night Lurk saying night number 5. Yeah, probably night number 5. Is TJ owning a team? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait and find out. We're still going here. Covey, good to see you in the chat. I saw it just a little bit ago. No 5-hole. 2330 is now following. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate seeing all you guys in the chat. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the next team right here. It is the Dallas Stars and Torv.
I can't believe it, TJ, man. I didn't think we were gonna see Dallas on here again, but here we are, man.
Yep.
Dallas Stars, led by Torv here for season 14. The black and green back at it here.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. I haven't seen the Dallas Stars in a while here in the Sixers Hockey League.
No.
What can you tell us about this Torv guy here, man?
Well, Torv has actually been a member of the 6HL since season number 8. He's taken the head of the Dallas Stars here in season 14. He's new to ownership and not completely. So, as some of you may or may not remember, at the end of coming near to the end of last season, there was a whole issue over there in Colorado. Torv was actually, nice enough and a great guy to help us out in a situation instead of the team folding. Torv took ownership of the Colorado Avalanche for the last couple weeks of the season. It was kind of it was a weird one though too, because he hadn't quite played enough games. The owner of the team wasn't eligible to play in the playoffs, which kind of maybe that's what caused that little bit against Edmonton in that first round series. We'll never know again, but we get to find out exactly what Torv is made of here this season. Again, right? Just he wants it. He wants it. He'll actually be looking to take his experience from other leagues to build a playoff caliber team here. Through 6 games last season, this defenseman had 6 points and showed strong defensive skills. The only question that remains now is what his management team will look like, and again, what's the draft strategy going to be here for this group?
Well, listen, TJ, man, we've seen what he did, the late part of the season there for Colorado. Now he gets a full season. Now he gets a team that he gets to put together from the draft, not just being, put in there, midway through, hopping along. So, and we'll see. You mentioned a good point there. What is his management team going to look like on there?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. Look, for a guy like this to do what he did with Colorado, for the amount of time that he had as well on there, and to upset in round 1, against a great team in that playoffs on there, would have happened, but unfortunately, stuff that came about, and it all came down to that roster spot, to that roster size, but now, like I said, he gets to start from day 1, the draft, game 1, opening night, and so I'm glad that he's given this opportunity on here. I think Torv is a guy that could definitely excel. We'll see.
Oh, 100%. I couldn't agree more. I think I think this is a guy who has an awful lot of skill, has a good mind. He knows what he's going to be looking for, and the beauty with him too, right? I think who was it that just mentioned it in the chat? PlayStation actually just mentioned it in the stat. If you look at his numbers, this guy is a utility player. He can play goal, he can play defense, he can play forward, right? So having that guy right off the top, that's a huge piece for them, being able to jump into any role. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yep. No, that's big. That's big, because when it comes to the draft on there, when you're put in that position, when you got to make that pick, and where you could place yourself at multiple spots on the ice on there, And maybe there's a top goaltender at that spot, at that time in the draft, or there's a top, left winger on there. And if he could move himself around, he could go for that best guy at that time, draft, and not drafting, a guy that he needs for position-wise on there, but more of the talent that's in that pool.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on to the next team. Are we ready? Only 6 teams left here, everybody. Here we go.
We know this guy, man. We know the next guy coming up, man.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one. Who's it going to be? Tons to say. For the Nashville Predators, it is Lurk. Lurk going to be owning the Season 14 Nashville Predators.
No introduction needed here, TJ, man. We know what this guy brings. We know what he's capable there on the ice. I'm glad to see a Nashville Predators team being put together. And listen, Lurk is just a fucking gamer, man. I mean, he's one of those guys that's got the moves, man. He'll deke left, deke right, man. And we'll see how his management team looks about on here when we have the reveal on that. But definitely, playmaker out there for Lurk. What else you want to add on top of that there, TJ?
So he, again, right, as mentioned before, another long time 6HL member. I think this is, I do believe, and again, guys, remember, I don't have all the information, but as far as I recall, this will actually be his first time owning. He's been in management, but I believe this will be his first time owning. But again, he brings a ton of management experience. If you've ever played with this guy, you know the kind of leadership that he has and how good of a locker room guy he is, how he likes to keep that communication going. So I think that's going to be hugely important for them. And knowing Lurk, I think it's because he's such a good defenseman, because, I think this is a team that's going to be, whereas a lot of others are going to be built from the back out, this is definitely a team I can see that's being built from the front back, right? Stock up on that offense and just let Lurk shut everything down.
Lurk in the chat, very surprised. Oh my God, did that just happen?
It did.
They need GM, man. I hope he's kidding.
Oh boy, you don't got anybody lined up? Nobody?
Oh man. Oof.
Well, I'm willing to go buy a Nashville hat. Just no.
We'll get a little advertisement out here for Lurk.
Yeah, exactly. If you're interested in being management, message Lurk. There you go. Absolutely fantastic, Lurk. Congratulations again. This is another guy. He's gonna make that Western Conference really, really tough, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Moving on, the next team. Drum roll, please. This is another guy everybody knows. Ladies and gentlemen, the owner for your Edmonton Oilers, it is Dealey.
And everybody knows him on the Edmonton Oilers. You know what I mean? Listen, if you're going to have a guy run that Oilers squad, there's nobody fit better than this guy. He's every time, it doesn't matter what season it is, man. When Dealey, whatever you want to call him on there, Dealey is playing, he's on the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah. He's used to the blue and orange colors on this, and great to see him that he's stepping up for ownership here this season. It's a guy that knows very well of this draft pool, man.
100%.
What else you got for Mr. Dealey?
Well, as I mentioned, he is a long time member of the 6HL with a ton of management experience. This is a guy who's known as one of the best goalies in the 6AHL, and I know from those who I've been talking to over the last few days, many people are expecting great things out of this Oilers team that he puts together. He did take a season off. I believe it was either season 11 or season 12, but he's been around the block. Kind of came in late last season in 6 games. Dealey went 5-0-1, had a .766 save percentage, but a 1.83 goals against average. And I know what you're going to say, it's a small sample size, but still, 6 games, 1.83. on an Edmonton team that was kind of hit or miss, that's still damn good. This will be the first time for him returning to the Edmonton Oilers uniform since season number 9, actually. And you can only assume that he'll hope to return himself back to those season 8 and 9 forms. In season 9, he finished up with an 812 save percentage as well as a 2.35 goals against average that season in 26 games played. It's another guy. Can't wait to see the management team that he puts together. And I know that this is a guy who, when scouting discords open from day one, this guy is going to be very, very busy. A lot of guys are going to want to play for Delay.
Listen, TJ, I'm going to say this right here, right now, man. The team that Delhi drafts here in this season, man, is going to go far in this playoffs, man. Not only are they going to make the playoffs, team that he drafts, puts together here, no doubt, man. This guy, is tremendous on the ice and tremendous talent. And like you mentioned, guys definitely want to play for. He's been around, man. He's very talented. And I see this Edmonton team, like I said, he's got to really suck when it comes to the draft for this team to do bad, man. Usually Delhi team is above average, man. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And sorry, is that Mr. X Solo Dollars?
Solo Dolo.
Yeah, Solo Dolos. He was part of the winning team in the Sports Gamer tournament as well. Yes, that's correct. I think that was the Anaheim tournament, wasn't it?
He's played in tournaments here as well.
Yeah.
We've had holiday tournaments as well. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So definitely great pick, great look for the league. Delhi, again, congratulations on owning your season 14 Edmonton Oilers. Are we ready, folks? We're moving on to the LA Kings. And the owner for your Los Angeles Kings, it's Clown.
What? Who?
Yeah, it's a clown. It's a clown, bro.
Clown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this guy is another new 6HL member and a new owner. Clown will take on the LA Kings this season. We don't know much about him, but taking a look at the EASHL stats, they show a solid player in both skater and goaltending positions. So from what I was able to gather, from what I was able to look at, this is a guy that is another utility player. He's going to be able to play at any position. His goalie stats on the EASHL, and again, right, when you can end up playing with a lot of crappers, to be able to keep some of the stats that I saw out of this guy, that's unreal. And again, in the forward position, obviously not looking bad either. I think he'll be a great addition with an abundance of management experience, because as I started kind of asking around and taking a look around, and I kind of went into some other leagues and started looking around, well, this guy has definitely got some serious management experience. So I think this is going to be an interesting team to watch because he's such an unknown variable. I think he can really make an impact in here if he put, with the right management team.
Yeah, time will tell on here. I don't know much about this guy. Listen, hopefully it's no laughing matter on here. Hopefully it's not like a Doink the Clown, but more of a killer clown out there, man. That just goes in there, man, and that just destroys the competition. We'll see. It'll be the LA Kings or the LA Queens, here this season for season 14.
Yeah, he's going to be it. He's going to be it. If he's any kind of clown. Yeah, like I said, just taking a look at the stats. Again, I haven't had the chance to play with this guy. I know he's been in the Discord for a little bit now. I haven't had the chance. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing, because again, knowing what I know about his experience in management in other leagues, I think this guy could be the unknown variable and definitely make the Western Conference a little more interesting this season. And I'm hoping so. Again, I want to see another super competitive season here in season 14, just like we saw last season.
TJ, another guy with no vowels, man. What's up with that?
Right? Guys, why do you hate vowels? They're in the alphabet for a reason. Why do you dislike vowels so much? I don't understand it. I do not fully understand it. Moving on, everybody. The next owner for the San Jose Sharks, it's Stone Guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I like that we're gonna see the Sharks, man. I love that logo, man. When we don't have San Jose in the seasons, I hate it, man. I like to see somebody own the team, and for Stone Guy to step up on here to take the Sharks here. What you got on this guy here, TJ?
Well, Stone was actually a member of the media team early last season. With taking. He took ownership of the LA Kings. He didn't quite have enough time, but he's still a member of the league staff here in the 6HL. But he's making the trip south, as I mentioned, from LA to San Jose. He'll be taking over the Sharks here in season 14. He's been a member of the 6HL since season number 8. Stone will be looking to bounce back after being swept in the first round of the playoffs last season at the hands of the Vancouver Canucks. In 36 games, Stone posted 19 goals and 47 assists for 66 points, but had a minus 20. And again, it's defense. This guy's a whole lot of fun to play with and a great locker room presence. I think it's safe to believe that Stone is going to want to build from the back out, as defense was lackluster for LA last season. But I know this management team is going to be great, and it's going to be interesting to see what they look like when they get this all put together.
Hey, he's not moving far off, man. He's still staying in California over there. But those stats you mentioned, that's tremendous, man. 36 games, 19 goals, 47 assists. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, listen, plus and minus, you can't really factor that in on this right now, and he gets to, he's stepping up here to be owner, to change that, man, to change things on there. He knows what he's capable of doing on the ice, and he wants to try to put that team together here for the San Jose Sharks. And Stone Guy, man, love the gamer tag.
Exactly. Love Stone. He's a great guy. Again, going to be a lot of fun to play with. I'm sure it's going to be a great team that's put together over there.
Change his gamer tag to Great Guy, man. Great Guy 14.
Great Guy 14. Look at that, Stone. We got something for you. Moving on, because everybody in the chat has apparently, a couple people have been asking for it anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned at the top that somebody.
Oh, man. And he's been mentioned in the chat, man.
Yeah, that somebody took the Seattle Kraken. Well, ladies and gentlemen, owning your season 14 Seattle Kraken, it's Yinzer L95L. Yin's going to take on Seattle, baby.
Yinzer's got a lot of balls here, TJ, man. For Seattle, I don't know, man. Is the curse real? Is it real? I mean, people mentioned in the chat that, it's something, more than just a myth on there. Can Yinzer, shut down all those doubters on this? And you talk about an owner. You talk about the guy, that takes a team. I mean, look what he did last season, man. Yeah. You look at that Boston squad, man. Yeah. I mean, how tremendous was that team that came in there? Yeah. And listen, Yinzer's no slouch, man. He never puts an awful team, man. He does his homework. He knows what it's about. He's been in drafts on here, this league, other league. I mean, every league I see, this guy's freaking name in that ownership, man. Yeah. So he's been there. He's been down the road here. But Seattle, though, man. Yeah. Can you see Yinzer on a Seattle jersey? I don't know.
No, he plays an awful lot. So yes, Yinzer is back, and this time it is not in any form of black and gold. He will not own his Pittsburgh Penguins. He will not own the Boston Bruins like he did last season. That's right. Yinzer is going to the Western Conference to take the helm of the Seattle Kraken, a team that many 6HL community members believe is cursed. So I don't know. Yinzer is going to be tasked with making Seattle great again.
Last time I was here in the 6HL and I saw the Seattle Kraken, it was freaking State Farm, Jake from State Farm, that freaking owned the team. And listen, it wasn't a pretty season, I'll tell you that. I mean, it'll be great to see a Seattle team up there, man. I mean, listen, they did it in the NHL. Why not? Why not in the 6HL?
Exactly. And they do. Those are some serious jerseys. Jerseys. But getting back to it, Yinzer has a proven track record of building championship caliber teams and will be looking to be a beast in the West after a rocky season Season 13 with the Boston Bruins, Yinzer will look to bounce back here in Season 14. During Season 13, this defenseman had 27 points in 29 games and a plus 11, along with 90 hits. I don't know what this team is going to look like after the draft. I don't know what the full management group, if it's going to be the same guys coming back, but I know that after the end of last season, I know Yinzer, and I know that he's going to be looking to build a team that is going to compete at an elite level. So I think the West better watch out.
Absolutely. Look, listen, this is a guy once that season ended for Boston, man, this guy doesn't take nights off, doesn't wait on there. He went right into Season 14 mode at that point, man. Thinking what he's gonna do different, man. What he's gonna bring. Listen, there's a lot of questions here. Who's he gonna bring in? Who's he gonna be a part of the GM? Are they gonna have a good season or not? But one thing for sure that I could guarantee here, TJ, win or lose, they're gonna look great in those jerseys, man.
100%. 100%. I love the Kraken jerseys, man. I absolutely love them. I absolutely love them. But yes, Yinzer, congratulations.
One more team, final team, right?
Yeah, Yinzer, the Season 14 owner of the Seattle Kraken. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time to look at the final team for Season 14. And it is, as mentioned earlier, the Las Vegas Golden Knights at the helm, Wilksy, L13L. Oh, boy. Oh man, I'm surprised somebody took Vegas after last season, man. What a awful ending to this Vegas Golden Knights. But listen, Wilksy, I don't care which Wilksy you put. There's no bad Wilksy in this league, man. There isn't.
And to take the Vegas Golden Knights here for the man. This guy has been tremendous. I mean, he's been part of management before. Numerous teams, the Wild, man, come in mind on there. So, it's not his first rodeo for sure.
No.
And, if anybody's going to turn around this Vegas squad, I'll put my money on Wilksy.
Yeah, no, 100%. We could get into the Vegas of last year. I think that all that needs to be said is, again, as mentioned before,
but TJ, man, with Wilksy going on here, what's going on, man? With JT, I mean, is the bond broken? Is this going to be? They're on two separate teams now, man, right? Two owners on there. So yeah. I know one's in the East, so the other guy's in the Western Conference on this. But we're going to see some kind of rivalry on this between these two? Because they can't be traded, they can't play for the same team.
No.
They'll be on separate squads, man. Who's gonna benefit more? Who needs more of the other than the without JT? Is Wilksy gonna be able to perform as he's done in the previous seasons on this?
Yeah, well, exactly. And he can take two brothers with him. I don't know if that's what the plan is. It's actually a funny little story really quick. When I was reaching out earlier today for a comment from him, I reached out to 93 first. So, that was fun trying to get it together. But yes, as pointed out, leaving JT for the first time since Season 10, Wilksy is taking ownership of the Vegas Golden Knights here in Season 14. He has owned before here in the 6HL in Season 10 when he led a beefed-up Maple Leafs team. This guy has a record here and in other leagues of building strong teams. And he's going to have at least one brother with him. So with Buffalo in Season 13, Wilksy played 30 games, had 37 goals and 37 assists for 67 points, a plus minus a plus 16, and was almost 51% in the face-off circle. But when you were talking about Wilksy, one of the things that I mentioned in the playoffs and one of the things that was most fun to watch for me was also what you cannot talk about this guy without talking about, which is the defensive skills when he's playing center. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. He had 114 hits, 104 takeaways, 19 block shots, and 151 interceptions as a center last season. So, again, this is one of those teams. This is going to be a team to watch, all the way through, and we are definitely going to be watching the Vegas Golden Knights.
It's crazy you mentioned season 10. That Toronto Maple Leafs team was just fun to watch, man. I mean, tremendous. That playoffs, man, when they met up with Tampa Bay, Connor and Tampa on there, that was such a great series
Yeah.
on that. So, we'll see. Yes, one part might be gone, not with him here this season, but yeah, you mentioned there's the other brother there. And he's been around, man. He's a guy been here season after season, and Vegas Golden Knights, man, led by Wilksey. I'm interested to see how his draft goes. You think there's going to be any fights during the draft between them and Buffalo? Any type of moves or stuff?
Ooh, maybe you never know, right? Like that, because there is obviously that that connection between the two.
He knows who JT was, right?
Yeah.
Wilksey's going to start, so depending where they are in that draft
Yeah.
pool, man,
Yeah.
it's going to be very interesting.
100%, and I think it's going to be again, right? Like looking at, so now we've had a look at the whole ownership group. The truth be told here, like this is a solid group from front to back, right? If got a few new faces in here, which is absolutely great to see. A bunch of returning owners, guys who can build competitive teams. It is going to be interesting anytime this Vegas team meets up with Buffalo, though. Definitely the first time they meet up, that is going to be our game of the night for sure.
Opening night, man, make it happen. Let's go.
Main event of the night will definitely be Vegas versus Buffalo the first time they meet up this season. I'll be looking forward to it. That's your 16 teams here for season 14, guys. Tell us in the chat, what do you think? I think it's a pretty good group. Good luck to both the Western and Eastern conferences here.
You bring a good point, man. We went over those teams on that, and that's what makes the league, makes or breaks the league, man. It comes down to the ownership on this. Whichever league, this goes for any league on that. What I mean, when you're trying to build parity in the league, everybody loves to see that parity. Nobody wants to see blowouts here and there, man. A competitive hockey, that's what it's all about. And it all comes down to the ownership. Ownership fails, the team fails. The team fails, the league fails. You know what I mean? So, but I like the list. I like the group on here. I think we're in for a hell of a season, even though this being, the summer season on this. I understand all of that. You know what I mean? Guys also taking off. There's a lot of guys, that did not sign up on there because of that. But I think it's going to be a very competitive season here, man. Those are your listed owners. It's hard to, pick out just by the ownership. I'm very interested to see what the GMs will all look like on this when we get that final list, and also what the where they're going to be placed in that draft pool, man. Yeah. Who's getting that overall number one pick, man? Where these teams will fall in that draft pool. Very interested. Can't wait for next week for that.
Exactly. And one final reminder here, guys. It's the Puck Days of Summer, and 6HL Season 14 signups are open. Make sure that you sign up to play here in Season 14 in the 6HL. Again, we are on Xbox Series X and S. Game nights are changing this season from Monday to Thursday, 9 p.m., 9:40 p.m., and 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All stream nights, we are available right here on Twitch, the official 6HL channel. It's the 6HL powered by Sports Gamer, and we want you there. Also, a quick look at the calendar to remind you, tonight was the owner reveal, and coming up on May the 30th, it's draft lottery night in the 6HL. We get to find out who's picking in what spot as we move into the draft on the 4th. For signups, make sure you do sign up. You have until, I believe it's midnight on June 3rd to sign up and be eligible for the draft. So make sure, if you haven't already, you do it. Do the thing. Sign up. And to each and every one of you owners out there who are watching, who are still watching, just want to remind you that I will again this season be doing owner interviews. Looking forward to sitting down with all of you to try and hear your thoughts and your feelings about the upcoming season. We'll do a little bit of trivia, have a little bit of fun, and then I'll get all those ready for you guys out there in 6HL land. Have them all ready to go. Dude, this has been fun.
TJ, you know what would be great, man? I
What's
mean, you mentioned about the interviews. Next week we got we're gonna do the draft order. To figure out where each guy's gonna be, and by then, most of these guys are gonna have their GMs,
Yeah.
already picked out and stuff, and they'll know where they're gonna be placed in that draft pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as where their pick's gonna be, that'll be a great night after the we reveal the picks. Let's
Yeah.
get some of these owners on there and see what they feel about where they're placed in that draft pool. Their draft pick and the assessment of their GMs that they picked out.
Yeah, 100%. We could do that too. Get everybody into the chalk zone. Don't forget, you can always join us in the chalk zone after games. We had it open tonight thinking that somebody was going to be joining us, but he never did. Well, that's all right.
I blame What's the Dimes on that, man.
Yeah. Oh wait, what? He has his hand up, but he never. Why didn't he just come in? What is this guy doing? He could just come on in. He should be able to just join in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome here with us right now. It's the owner of your season 14 Chicago Blackhawks, Busta Dimes. What's up, Busta?
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me.
Not too much, buddy. Congratulations.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. It's dude. I'll tell you, I think I was probably one of the more antsy applicants. I was constantly in everyone's DMs. When is this gonna happen? When is this gonna happen? Because this was this was heart wrecking. Waiting to get a team. And I'm very excited to bring our management style to the EASHL.
Oh, dude, looking forward to it, and I know it's going to be defense first. So you guys are going to be a hard team to play against any given night. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
hey, Busta, man. Congrats, number one on there. Number two, I want to ask, man. Was it your choice to be to play in the Western Conference, or you didn't or did it matter if you went in the West or East, man?
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not afraid of anything. So me personally, I'm a Chicago Blackhawks fan. I picked the Chicago Blackhawks as my number one pick because that's what I wanted to own. We had a couple other picks. I believe the Islanders, the Panthers. There was a couple other teams that we chose. I think we even chose the Kraken. I think that was even one of the teams that we put out there. But I'm glad that we got our first pick. So I mean, no matter where we play, we're just out there to get some dubs and win a cup.
Let's go.
Well, so what do you got to say to the doubters who are looking on there? Because there's been some posts in the chats. They're saying, "Hey, Busta Dimes, man, I don't know about his stats here in this league, man. I don't know if you could cut it."
Nice stats, stats.
Well, so it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. So a lot of my stats come from being a D-man. Actually, this season and in this league and in multiple leagues is the debut of me playing center. So I'm actually coming off of my normal position. I've been practicing a lot, and I think, I played with TJ. TJ can attest. I think I've gotten a lot better as a center, and I'm very excited to bring my center skills to the 6XL.
Let's go, indeed. It's going to be awesome. I'm just going to ask you this one flat out because I think I kind of already know the answer. I know, obviously the owner reveal coming in a little bit later than we wanted it to. And I know you're going on vacation soon. Is your management team already in place to be scouting while you're gone?
Yes. Actually, my management team was picked probably about a month ago. And I approached them and asked them to go. We've had one minor change to our management team. Someone decided they weren't able to be full-time, which is all good. But we were able to get our management team where we want it. Again, we're going to be having, and we've had meetings, kind of going over what's going on. Like I said, I'm going on vacation. This is actually this week, not to promote myself a little bit, but this is going to be a big week for our scouting. Because, like I said, I'm going to be out of town next week, and then my management team is going to be taking care of scouting next week. So then the next time you guys will see me, is that Saturday right before draft day. So, I'm really leaning on my management team, but I believe in those boys, and I think they're going to, we're going to put together a very solid team.
Excellent. And you're going to be one of my first interviews, right?
Yeah, by far. Actually, I don't know if you had read the message before. I'm going to give you guys an inside feature to the war room before we go live into the draft. So you'll get a little inside of we're not going to tell you who we're going to get, but we're going to tell you kind of what our thought process is before we start the draft. So you'll have a little bit of inside peek of the Chicago Blackhawks.
That's fantastic.
TJ, we got to get that mic in that locker room, man.
Yeah, dude,
you know?
dude, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna leave a couple. Bugs in the office after I leave.
Yeah. It's like I said. Congratulations to all the other owners, man. I'm super stoked for this season. I think we're gonna put on one hell of a show, and I'm definitely excited to play forward, man. And something you said earlier that I don't have any stats. I actually have 2 games played in 6HL. Both of them were W's.
I know. I was just bugging you, man.
Oh no, I was gonna say I got 2 dubs, but
let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked to play, and like I said, I'll definitely join you for those interviews when I come back from vacation because
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone.
Beautiful, absolutely appreciate it. And to the rest of the owners, if you're still watching, I just want to remind you, we are going to be doing the owner interviews again. So reach out to me. Let's set up a date and time when we can sit down. They don't take too long. They're relatively painless, and we get to have a little bit of fun and give something back to the community here. As you get to kind of show them your human side, not just the digital persona that we all get to see every time you jump out there on the ice. As much fun as that is, we'd like to humanize you guys, bring you back down to earth just a little bit. Boy, Chalk, it's
great. It's always great to hear other voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
And you get a bit boring sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely fun to turn off, like when you're playing competitive hockey a lot, and it's definitely fun to turn off that super serious side and be able to come on and like I said, when we do our media shows and we cover games, it's nice to have a little relaxing, have a good time before it's game time, and especially this season, you might see a little less of me this season just because of just dealing with ownership stuff. I'm gonna try to kind of balance both, but like I said, it's nice to be able to turn that switch off and be able to relax and enjoy it.
No,
man, we love the shit talk, man. What are you saying?
always. Yeah.
But both, man. No, for real though, man. Congrats on being the owner on there. I mean, you sound very confident on there, which is great.
Yeah.
So best of luck here for the season. And when you come back, you know what I mean. It's gonna be all business.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Shouts out to my management team. They're really gonna be holding a lot of the weight, for scouting reasons. So props to them for being able to do that for me. And yeah, dude, we're gonna show you guys. Don't underestimate us.
Hell no, do not underestimate. Do not underestimate. You are 100% right, Busta. Again, thank you very much, man. Really appreciate it, and best of luck. Hey guys, who wants to play some Chell?
Well, I am not home.
Oh damn it!
I am still at work. I am off in an hour. I actually was already requested and DM'd a couple times to jump on. So when I get home from work, I'm going to be on.
All right. Well, if any of you new fine owners or any of the returning owners want to play some Chell, send me an invite. TJchalkboard. Let's go. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much for watching. This has been the Season 14 Owner Reveal. Hollywood, did you have a good time, man?
That was great, man. It was great for a Tuesday night. And listen, we're going to be able to cut off before midnight.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't ask for any more than that.
No, dude, this is pretty good. Went a little bit longer than I thought, but you know what? We got a little long-winded, and there's nothing wrong with that. We had some fun.
And when we got Chalk, we got Mr. Hollywood on here, man. We're doomed to rattle on, man.
Yeah, you had some pizza. Like, hey, it's always a good time.
Hey, I got through my pizza, my drink here, and the guys in the chat there also brought up good comments and questions, which helps the show as well. So shout out to those guys, and congrats to all the owners that have been picked this season here for season 14. Man, looking forward to it, and definitely looking forward to the draft that goes down. Man, it's going to be a happening.
100% looking forward to that myself as well. As you just said, congratulations to all of our season 13 owners. Thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you to all of you that got excited and partying with us in the chat. Thank you for watching. As always, I have been your host, TJ the Chalkboard, coming to you live from the basement of the Legion of Doom headquarters. Ladies and gentlemen, season 14 is gearing up, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Around the corner. See you guys next week.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
Want more 6HL? Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. As well, you can join us every time we go live for one of our streams on the official 6HL Twitch channel.